Well, the bad boy mowers battle for Atlantis kicks off tomorrow at noon when Indiana takes on Louisville in the ballroom in the Bahamas. We'll talk about what we have to look forward to in this game and what we should look out for. Let's get into it.
Pretty simple. I win.
After three on the way.
Hello, guys, and welcome to Indiana Sports Connection. I am your residential anchor, Aaron. Thank you so much for being here and being part of this Indiana Hoosiers community on here. So we got a big game coming up this Thanksgiving week, and happy Thanksgiving week to all of you out there. This is my favorite holiday week of the entire year. So thank you for spending this Tuesday with me. It's a week where all week you can just eat whatever you want for 7 days and don't feel guilty about it. I think I'm already putting on weight just thinking about the food, and it's going to be overkill. I can't wait for it all to go down. But during these next 3 days, we're going to see Indiana play Louisville tomorrow. So we're going to focus on that game today and talk about what players for Louisville. They have a new coach, Pat Kelsey, who's trying to really put his stamp on Louisville and trying to change the culture there. So they're going to bring it. They're going to bring it just like everybody brings it whenever they play Indiana. And we know that to be true as Indiana fans. But if this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button down below. Thank you for being part of Indiana Sports Connection. Leave your comments down below. Tell me what you think about the Hoosiers team. What do you want to see out of the coach? What do you want to see out of the players? Who your favorite player is on the team and why you're such a big Hoosier fan. Leave your comments down below. I appreciate it so much. And this episode is brought to you by BetUS. Use my promo code Indiana125 and save. Get 125% in free money on your first 3 deposits, so you will get free money on those first 3 deposits. That is the deal through Indiana Sports Connection. Use that promo code Indiana125 on BetUS, one of America's oldest betting apps. All right, so we got all that stuff out of the way. Now, without further ado, let's get into talking about the Indiana Hoosiers. All right, so I got the stats here on Louisville, and Louisville, I'm going to tell you the main 2 things that really bother me about this game. You're playing in a weird environment in this ballroom scenario. Also, Indiana has not really played any top-level team, so playing Louisville, they played South Carolina, but I got to look where Louisville is in kenpom. So Louisville is rated 57 in kenpom, so real good test for Indiana. I mean, Indiana is rated 39th in kenpom, so this is going to be a team that is going to play a style that Indiana is going to have to guard the ball and close out. And like what I want to see out of them is like not a ton of switching on the outside. You know what you can do besides switching, which Miles Rice and Carlisle, they're going to have to lock these guys down on the outside. Now, let's talk about their shooter. So Louisville is a really balanced team. That is what they hang their hat on. They have like 6 guys in double figures. But Hillbilly Monkey, let's pull up those stats real quick and just look at. So yeah, Rain Smith, he is leading them in scoring with 14.8 points a game, and he is shooting 42% on 3-pointers. He's going to have to be the guy that you're going to have to like be on the most. I don't know if you put Carlisle on him so that Rice can do more of the scoring. That's what I would go with at first, and then see if Carlisle can lock him down, or if you want to put Miles Rice on him. Or Galloway could also guard this guy as well. Comes out and plays a much better game this game. I don't know. That's something to keep an eye on. Was Galloway injured in the last game? I've heard Mike Woodson say over and over that he can't push him. He can't push him too hard. So I don't want to see him push too hard early in the season if that's going to cause him to, like, if there's a chance of aggravating that knee injury. I definitely wouldn't want to see Galloway being pushed in a game like this that you should be able to win without Galloway playing a great game. But they play Pryor on the inside. He is their main big guy that they go to. He is averaging 6.5 rebounds a game. And then Chucky Hepburn, that Hillbilly Monkey, he came in from Wisconsin. I could be wrong on that, but I think he was on Wisconsin last year. But we know him well. He's averaging 4 assists a game. So definitely to lock down, rain on the outside, and to disrupt Chucky Hepburn in the passing lanes. He is going to be the one to drive and dish for this team. The Cardinals have a balanced attack offensively as they have 5 players averaging double figures, but none of them are averaging over 15 points a game. Rain Smith is the top scorer so far and has been the top threat from deep as he has made 16 threes while shooting 42.1% from deep. Smith is averaging 14.8 points per game. He's been coming off the bench after transferring over from Charleston. Pryor is their big man down low, getting 12.5 points per game, 6.5 rebounds per game after transferring from USF. Pryor's been coming off the bench this season. The top scorer in the starting lineup is Terrence Edwards Jr. He's a 6'6 guard, getting 12.5 points per game after playing 4 years with James Madison. Pat Kelsey is their coach. The Cardinals are ranked 57th overall in kenpom. They're ranked 89th in offensive efficiency, 41th. So what do we want to see out of the Hoosiers in this game? This is one that they have to win, and they put a lot of pressure on themselves in this situation of this game. So I don't really have too many takes on the game. Like, what I want to really see happen is like Miles Rice continue to score, to look to score, and to shoot more threes from the outside. Same with Carlisle. And I want to see more out of Renew and Ballo down low. The rebounding has to be there in this game. We cannot have game after game after game where we are not blocking out. And that was the issue with the team last year. Hopefully we can keep our free throw percentage up high. And, Ballo, he switched hands in his free throws. He came in as right-handed and now he's shooting left-handed. They say he's shooting it much better. I have seen his shot get real flat a few times. You got to keep it up. You got to keep the ball up in the air. But that has not really hurt us so far. We've shot really well on free throws. Can this Indiana team shoot from the outside? Bryson Tucker shoots really well in the mid game. And Jeff Goodman, I know I made an episode last week talking about, and many people besides Jeff Goodman saying, this Indiana team's different. This Indiana team's different. And from all of your comments coming in and everything that I'm reading from the fans and talking to different people, I feel like there's people out there saying this narrative that like, this is different. But when you watch the games, it does not look that much different when you're watching the product on the court. So can we see a difference? Can we see a different team? Because here's the thing, and I think Indiana's going to play really well in this game against Louisville, but Mike Woodson teams, they don't consistently perform. They're always just going like this. And we get like some good play in the South Carolina game, and then we see a big drop-off in the next game. And we'll probably see them play really well in this game, and then see a drop-off in the next game. We need to hammer home on consistent effort and consistent performance. That is what I feel like is just holding this team back, is being really more process-based. And I hate to say that from Kurt Signetti and all of that stuff, but like not getting too high and too low based on the results that are happening on the court. You make a shot, you do whatever. That is what you are supposed to be doing, right? So we don't need to be like celebrating or doing any types of dances and I've not really seen a lot of that out of this team. I've seen people complaining about TikTok and that. I don't really have TikTok, so I don't really get on that much, but they put stuff on there, whatever. I hear fans complaining about it, but we just want to see a consistent performing team. I had a few comments from some people that were like saying, oh, this channel you're on, all you do is complain and blah, 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 blah. And I don't even know why I'm talking in this accent, but this is just my complaining accent. But it's like, I don't think they understand the channel. I'm just saying the stuff on here that I would like to see happen on the court, in the games, in a physical, real way for the team that I believe that would improve just complaining about blocking out and rebounding, I don't know. It's our prerogative, I guess, to complain. And when the team does well, then I will say when they do well. And when the team does bad, I say when they do bad. That's part of the reason why I don't really watch like ESPN anymore or a bunch of these crappy channels, because you realize like they don't really watch the games. Like they'll say things about Indiana and you think, I can tell that person on ESPN like did not watch the game from what they're saying. You can tell when the announcers haven't really watched the games by how they talk about different players and different players' tendencies. You can tell when like the announcer has just looked at some numbers on a piece of paper. Like, I'll tell you the truth on this show. I have not watched Louisville play. I watched like about an hour or two of Louisville playing yesterday, and I just kind of got like a feel of what I saw from them. But as far as like watching a full game of them play, we will see more of like how they play physically and everything once this game tips off, because yeah, I watched a lot of this, and it's hard to get a good idea too when you're watching them play like Winthrop and Bellarmine. But the bottom line is Indiana is going to have to be ready for this game. I believe they will be ready. It's a noon kick tomorrow, and I know I just said kick. It's a noon tip tomorrow. And Hillbilly Monkey, what do you think is going to happen in this game?
Carved from the sands of the Wabash River and formed into a monkey lamp that's sold at Home Goods, it's the Hillbilly Monkey Perspective on Indiana Sports Connection.
Well, I'll tell you what they gotta do. They gotta get up in Chucky Hepburn's face. You can't leave him open to run wild and then be able to pass the ball over to whoever he needs to get the ball to, and then they'll be having wide open threes. If you keep his passing lanes and keep it, he has nowhere to throw the ball in them passing lanes and can't get it to the guys on the street, and then you'll have a great success locking this team down and winning this game.
Sarait, my friend. Sarait. That is how it is. So Indiana's got to get it done tomorrow at noon. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Indiana Sports Connection. Till next time, stay classy out there, Hoosier fans.